Hi, my name is Jack, and welcome back to Flipping Community Back Together. So today I'll teach you how to make pancakes fluffier than well-maintained community. Now, what exactly does that even mean? So, well, a functioning community requires a few things. Like the main thing is the residents that have a place to live. So, how like homeless people be placed in an organized camp because it can give them all the help they need to get to get safe and provide them like food and shelter and support these fluffy pancake I'm about to show you how to make and represents what our community can look like and like if we use all the ingredient I recommend it. So what do you see what I'm holding right now is eggs, and the best pancakes are fluffy and light, and the secret to fluffy pancakes is eggs. Eggs kind of holds everything together and stops the pancake from crumbling apart. In the same way, the government has a responsibility to to protect the public safety and keep order, even if it limits some individual freedoms. And that's because communities can work together when people are safe and public spaces they are under control. So the government can help the community from falling apart by maintaining public safety and order. According to the stop bill, the Bell House, keeping tents on sidewalk makes communities less safe. So that means once community became unsafe, everything can start falling apart, just like the pancakes, crumble without eggs. So communities can also begin to fall apart when places become unsafe. So the government can help the community safer by maintaining order, just as egg keeps hold pancake together. Thankfully, organized camp can help to bring everything to back together. And thankfully, by giving homeless people food and shelter and support. All right, now let's start with the next ingredient. Let me grab it. Flour. The foundation of fluffy pancake is flour because flour gives pancake their soft and thick texture. So what flour does is that kind of keeps helps pancake keep their shape so they do not fall apart. In the same way, rules from the government can keep our community safer and calmer and more organized. So when we have flour in pancake or rules in communities, things can stay stronger and work better. So according to the ACU Center for the Problem Oriented Policy, homeless encampment can affect the homeless population, the environment, the larger community. So this kind of connects to my point because communities can work better when people stay safe in public spaces, and public spaces kind of are under control. Just like floor kind of keeps our pancakes and keeps stable by giving homeless people food and shelter and support while also keeping our neighborhood safer and more cleaner. Let me go
All right,
grab the milk.
so let
So
me
the
grab
best
the milk.
pancakes
So
are
the best
creamy and
pancakes
taste
are
delicious,
creamy
and the
and taste
secret to
delicious,
tasty
and the
pancake
secret to
is milk.
tasty
So
pancakes is milk. So
milk
what
can
milk is,
helps
it
to
kind of helps
mix
to
everything
mix
together and keeps the
everything
pancake from
together and
falling
keeps the
apart.
pancake
So according to
from
the
falling
National Alliance
apart.
to End
So
Homelessness,
according to
the
the
Homeless
National
Assistance
Grant
Alliance to End
for the
Homelessness, the
program is
HUD's
the
Homeless
backbone of the federal
Assistance Grants
government's
Program and
response to
is the
homelessness, in the same way why
backbone of the
people can get
federal
help
government's
faster and feel
response
safer.
to homelessness.
Just like
In the
milk
same
kind
way,
of
people
makes pancakes more taste more delicious
can
and
get
more
help
creamy.
and faster and
Just like
feel
the
safer,
government
just
can
like milk kind
support
of makes
keeping everything
pancakes
from
taste
falling
more
apart. So
delicious
if we
and
have
more
more
creamy.
organized
Like the
help,
government,
like organized camps,
and
so we
also
can make sure everybody be safer, and the community can stay stronger and calm. Just imagine like biting into a perfect pancake, it's like soft and fluffy and just has the right creamy texture. So I have to thanks to the milk. In the same way, the government provides organized shelter and support for the homeless people in our communities to stay safe and stable. Just imagine that milks can keep the pancake from falling apart. The same way, you have the smooth move from the tasty pancakes. And by creating a safer and more stable environment for everyone, so people in need can receive support, and yeah, so people can stay, Now butter. The best pancakes are sweet and flavorful, and the secret to the ingredient is butter. So what butter does to pancakes, that it makes it feel like more tasty and soft and special. In the same way, organized camps can and support can help the homeless people to improve their lives and helps the community to stay safer and calmer. So according to the White House, epidemic vagrancy disorder behavior, sudden confrontation and violence attack have made our community more unsafe. So this kind of connects to my first premise, because organized camp can help communities to stay more stronger and more stable. So there's no proof that organized camp can would ruin communities, so they could actually help people feel safer and more supported, just like the butter kind of keeps the pancakes soft and enjoyable. and organized camps can help the communities can be more peaceful and stay safe instead of being messy and unsafe. So what I have here is a baking powder. What it does is that the biggest fluffy pancake that just come right from baking powder is it makes it like way more rise and more fluffier than pancakes. So baking powder can helps to rise and stay light in the same way without rules in public areas. So it does not become messy and unsafe. So when we keep our public spaces in check, like baking powder, it kind of makes the pancake more fluffier and to help communities rise and avoid crumbling into unhealthy and unsafe condition. So, according to the City Journal, Seattle has become a dumping ground for a million of pound of garbage and what a waste largely emanating from the hundreds of homeless encampment. So that kind of sprouted across to the city. So this kind of connects to my second premise because public spaces can just stay more safer and cleaner and unsafe under control. So in the same way that that just isn't like enough, so without enough baking powder, it kind of makes the pancake, flat and sad. So when we don't take care of our public space, so they do not get unsafe and unsafe. So just like baking powder, it kind of lifts it up to a big fluffier blanket. So if it becomes like more fluffier, then the community so the community does not crumble apart into a big mess. Just that's why the government has to step in and rules with the principles to keep spaces safe and clean and organized, so the community doesn't crumple into unhealthy conditions. So it can ride the idea of the government to help things get more right and like baking powder does to pancakes. So that's why baking powder can make a pancake rise. So the government rules and can help to keep community safer and won't fall into a unhealthy. So what I'm holding is a salt, and what salt does to the best pancakes, or what it does is that it's full of flavor, and the secret ingredient is a tiny pinch of salt. So salt kind of bring out all the flavor to the pancake and do not taste like a boring or a plain. And the same way when public spaces do not have do not have care or support, so they can become unsafe and unhealthy. So according to the Bludgeon House, for many people are the many people the only bathroom are available for them is a bunch of an empty alley or even the sidewalk. So for many people, the only bathroom available is a bunch of empty alley. So or even that sidewalk just makes it more clear that the homeless people need a safer bathroom and cleaner place to stay. So this supports my second premise because public spaces should stay more safe and more cleaner and more so organized camps can help the communities by giving homeless people to support and feel places to go. Just like pancake without salt can taste like a plant and won't fall apart. Communities like without rules can support can become more messy and unsafe. It can help them keep them more safer for everyone. So oil is a secret way to making pancakes more smooth and soft and delicious. So oil kind of gives pancake a smoother texture and kind of helps it so it keeps everything together in the same way. Organized plans can help and keep communities safer and more organized. So according to the White House, shifting homeless individual into a long-term institution setting for human treatment through the appropriate use of civil commitments will restore public order. So this kind of supports my third premise because organized plans and structure can help communities to stay more safer and more controlled, just like oil can help pancakes stay more smooth and balanced and organized and can help them city more safer and cleaner and less messy. So Trump homelessness plan is more focusing on giving homeless people more organized support while also helping communities stay more safer and organized. Without plans and structure, and communities can become more unsafe and difficult to manage. So just like pancake can become more dry without oil, this is why organized support, shelter, and structure can help both homeless people and the communities by creating safer and more stable condition for everyone. Okay, now what do I have here? Vanilla. So vanilla extract is kind of like a secret whisper of sweetness. Just a little drop in your mouth that with a flow full of flavor and taste. And what vanilla does is that it kind of brings all the flavor together, so pancake won't even feel like a boring taste. In the same way that having the organized and support to the homeless people, so that can bring them back to their feet, so no one is left behind. According to the BBC News, Trump has said that they need the homeless people to move out immediately. So this kind of supports my third premise because organized can helps the community stay more safer and more control. In the same way, vanilla kind of stops the pancake from being in a place that turned into a safe and clean city. That's why the transplant is way better. Just like vanilla can mix the flavor and makes the having having a plan to keep everyone's organized so the homeless people have a safe place and which communities can stay more safer. So that's why we needed more focus on public safety. Okay, now meet your secret weapon: apple cider vinegar. That kind of brights the light to make a perfect fluffy pancake, just like Trump's smart plan. Homeless people, homelessness gives homeless people support, so so they can get off the street. It also kind of soften the flavor of pancake, breaking them down with a tough spot, so everyone comes together with the help and all in one place. Total game changer, darling. So, according to the former president of the homeless, have no right to turn every park and sidewalk into a place and for them to squat and do a drug. So, for me, boy, this isn't like the place, for them to do this kind of stuff. So, this kind of supports my third premise because organized have plans can help them to restore public order and keeps community more safer and lifting homeless people in a camp anywhere on the sidewalk kind of makes things more worse for everyone and would and when you let this kind of chaos take over our public spaces, nobody wants to win like just like a raw butter with no apples, cider vinegar. So that kind of fast. So that's why homeless Trump's organized camps are way better. So when people can get off the street, so Trump's homeless plan is way better approach because it's Trump's plan. So just like a splash of apple cider vinegar that kind of helps those pancakes to rise and beautifully without crumbling apart. So organized camps can help communities from crumbling too. So when we give folks safe and shelter and real support all in one place, our city can become more safe. And kind of gives when you give folks like a safer and shelter and real support all in one place, and our places and our city can become more cleaner and so much more under control. So isn't that just like a dream, like where everyone so everyone can be more safer and more happier and doesn't have to see this kind of mess around the in the cities. So they say some folks and claim that the organized camp aren't really solving the homelessness problem at all. So they kind of think that the camps are just like a way to hide the problem, that they make people even more vulnerable and actually kind of makes it harder for to escape life on the street. So they kind of say that politicians only push these ideas because getting tough sounds like kind of sounds really cool to them and to the voters, but it's actually completely unworkable. But I have to say that that kind of sounds so sweetly. I kind of disagree with that because the government has a responsibility to protect the public safety and keep order, even if it means like limiting some individual freedom communities. So that could work better, and when everyone feels more safe in our public spaces and keeps order, even if it means like limiting some individual freedoms, and communities could work way more better when everyone kind of feels safer in our public spaces. So they are more kind of like under control, just like eggs are like a magic to light it up that can hold your pancakes to better and together and stops it from crumbling apart. So organized camps can give some of the people support and the help they need, like food and shelter. Therefore, organized camps are the better solution that can actually help the people while keeping our public spaces cleaner and safer and under control. So yeah, that's a huge win-win for us. All right, you guys, it's finally the time to taste the pancake. All right, let me go grab it. All right, wow. Now these are actually kind of really. Oh my god, let me try. Wait. All right, so okay, let me go. All right,
Okay. Wow. Now these are actually kind of really delicious, more fluffier and more sweet. And that the eggs kind of did hold everything together. The flour kind of gives the pancake more structure, and the milk with the vanilla and the shelter. And yeah, that kind of like, oh my god. And sugar kind of brought all the flavor together and perfectly. Just like these pancakes need like a right ingredient to stay more fluffier and stay together. And community also like needs support and organization and do not fall apart. So organized camps can help homeless people get food and shelter and healthcare and support while also helping communities stay more cleaner and safer and more organized. So I'm gonna take a other bite. Oh my god. And my first premise, all was the communities can work better when public spaces can in order that to maintain. And my second premise was the public spaces should be regulated to prevent unsafe and unhealthy living conditions because it kind of keeps communities more safer and more cleaner and more under control. In my last premise, Trump's homelessness plan is a better approach because it's a better plan. And honestly, I also kind of disagree with the person who thinks that organized camps, do not help because organized kind of support can actually, doesn't help. And I kind of disagree with that. And organized support can actually really does kind of help a lot of homeless people, get back on their feet while also kind of helping the communities to stay more safer and more, and more calmer. So honestly, you guys, these pancakes really did turn out amazing. So thank you for watching Flipping Communities Back Together. So take care. Bye.